Hello, Santa's helpers. That was stupid. Anyway, we are doing a freezer cooking day today. I'm so excited. I've already gone through what I did last time, and with it being December and the holidays, nobody got time to be worrying about cooking supper at night. So, we are going to be doing several recipes, and I'm so excited to show these to you, and I'm so excited to have these in my freezer and then eventually in my belly. Hey, I wanted to show y'all, look, I got this. Yes, I'm in my pajamas. I got this at Walmart. It says Joy, and it's it's a velour. Oh my gosh, it is like dreamy. And then it's got the pants. But I love this, and it was $12, and they had other sizes and other colors and prints and stuff. But y'all, this is so cozy, and it was just $12. If I can think of it, I'll link it down in the comments below. But anyway, yes, I love this. I'm going to be comfy and cozy today cooking in the kitchen. Okay. Sorry, I'm cooking some English muffins over there in the pan. And I had to flip them. Okay, let me tell you what we're going to make today. We're going to make a pesto tortellini bake, a sour cream noodle bake, and this is actually a Pioneer Woman recipe, a spinach artichoke chicken casserole. Now, one of my favorite dips is spinach artichoke dip, and it's made similar to this. I think this is going to be scrumptious. We're going to do, I don't know if we're going to do that. Let me put that to the side. If we have time, we're going to do a chicken fajita stir fry. We're going to do a slow cooker freezer gumbo, which when I make this, don't come at me that this is not a gumbo. It's a quickie gumbo. Then we're going to make ahead spinach mushroom breakfast sandwiches. That's why I've got the English muffins cooking. Ta-da-da! Then a Thai peanut chicken satay and sweet and tender barbecue ribs. That's what's on the menu today. I'm going to get some prep work done so you don't have to see me chopping and all that. And I'll be back in 1 second. Okay, I got all the prep work, and I'm kind of dragging this morning. I'm going to fix me some coffee. Y'all, this is my favorite iced coffee. It's the International Delight iced coffee. This is the caramel macchiato, and I found at Walmart yesterday they have it in light. I don't know if you can see that. That means I can drink more. But this is so delicious. I'm going to fix me a big old cup of this to be sipping on while we are preparing our meals. Alright, first up, we're going to do the spinach artichoke chicken casserole. If I can get my top on. Oh my gosh, it's just so good. Okay, so I'm going to bring you over to the stove, and we're going to start out with, I guess I need to get my recipe, bring it over there. Okay, we're going to do over medium-high heat. We're going to put 3 tablespoons of butter. There's some pepper on that, that's okay. A little pepper ain't hurt nobody. We're going to get this melted, and we're going to add our onions. My daughter's coming up in the morning today, and me and her's going to do a project. I'm going to teach her how to water bath something. She's going to be making something as Christmas presents. And so I'm going to let her do it and teach her water bathing. Okay, so we're going to add our onions. which we've got 1 large onion finely chopped. We're going to add some salt. A pinch of salt. The salt, of course, draws the moisture out and allows them to soften up instead of just frying in the butter. Okay, so this has got to saute for about 10 minutes until it's translucent and soft, or until it's soft. So, while that's going, I'm going to get something else started. Okay, my camera cut off, so I don't know where I was. But to the onion mixture, I added 6 tablespoons of flour, 1 cup of milk, stirred that to combine, and then added a 2nd cup of milk. And this is chicken bouillon, and let me show you, if you haven't already, what I do with it. You need 2 cups. So I put 2 cups of water in here and 2 teaspoons of this better than bouillon. Oh my gosh. Y'all, this is delicious. Don't ever use bouillon cubes. Use this because it is better than bouillon. Okay. So I'm going to add this 2 cups of chicken bouillon. And I have got, it calls for 1.5 cups of chicken cut up. I used 3 boneless, skinless chicken thighs. Okay, and then we're going to need a 1/2 teaspoon of thyme. And some black pepper. Y'all, this is going to be so good. Okay, so this is going to go about 10 or 15 minutes. We want the chicken to get done. So I have started a pot of water to bring to a boil so I can get our egg noodles boiling for our sour cream noodle bake. And so I'm going to bring you back over to the counter. Okay, so while we are waiting on the water to boil, so I can put the noodles in and the chicken to get done, we are going to do a pesto tortellini bake. This looks easy. You just throw it together in a bowl. So what I've got is a frozen pack of cheese tortellinis. It says 1 pound. This is 1 pound and 3 ounces. It's okay. It's okay. And then 2 jars of Alfredo sauce. I never use never buy Alfredo sauce. I always make my own. But I got this Bertolli Alfredo sauce. So we're going to try this out. So 2 jars. Set that upside down to finish coming out. Oh, it's just started pouring outside. Ugh. It's going to be a gloomy day. Okay, now this, you can put chicken in here. It's optional. I'm not going to put the chicken in here. I'm just going to have this as a pasta bake. And then I'll probably pick up a rotisserie chicken or grill some chicken or something to go with it. But it says you can get 2 cups of shredded rotisserie chicken and put in here if you want to. I don't have any cooked chicken. All I've got is raw chicken, and I don't want to cook any chicken right now, but I'll probably just use this as a pasta bake and then have a meat on the side. It's easy. We've got a great little rotisserie place right by my work. I can just swing by and pick up a rotisserie chicken. Okay, pesto. You need a 1/2 cup of pesto. I just bought the Classico brand pesto. Measuring cup. I'm going to stir it up because the oil is right on the top, so you need to give it a good stir. Well, it's almost the whole jar, so I'm going to put the 1/2 cup and then the rest of the jar. And this jar was 8.1 ounces. Okay, to the pesto, and need some mozzarella cheese. I need a cup of shredded mozzarella cheese. So hopefully, I didn't have any shredded, so I'm just gonna get this little thing that I've had for years. I think it's a Pampered Chef. And just grate it up this way. I'm left-handed. It's supposed to go this way, but we'll make it work. All right, I'm gonna grate up a cup. Okay. Cup of grated mozzarella, 1/4 of a cup of, it's gonna be cheesy, of grated Parmesan, and I already have this. Then we're gonna mix it up. Does not call for any salt or pepper. I guess with all the cheeses in there, it's going to be pretty salty. I do want to add some pepper. Look, voila, that one is done. Gosh, it smells so good. I'm gonna add one more thing. Just because we're garlic lovers, I've got some of my dehydrated garlic that I did. Just gonna add some of that because we love garlic. And I know there's garlic in Alfredo sauce, but we like to take it over the top. Of course, that's optional if you don't care for garlic that much. Okay. So, let's get out some casseroles. Sorry, I've got them all sitting up here. Now we'll do them in these Pyrex. I'm trying to hurry. I think our chicken's done. So I'm going to put half in one. Like I've said before, it's just my husband and I, so I don't do the big 9x12s. Because usually this size right here is perfect for us and for leftovers. Especially I'll fix a meat with this. This is just going to be like a side pasta bake. Y'all, if you could smell this. I think I got too much in this one. Perfect, perfect. I'm going to set it over to the side. We'll get those covered up because I need to go over there. Chicken. Let's go over there and check on that. Okay, our chicken is done. To this, we're going to add 1 can of artichoke hearts that I drained and chopped up. I'm going to add, it's 1 10-ounce block of frozen spinach that I had defrosted and drained and squished all the water out of. Getting it all broke up in there. Into this, oh, it's in the microwave. I've got an 8-ounce block of cream cheese I've just stuck in the microwave just to, oh no, soften it up just a little bit. Smells divine too. Okay, and it says you can add, what does it say? A pinch of red pepper flakes. I'm going to use a pinch of my Korean red pepper flakes. You can use the crushed also. Oop, there's a big old clump of spinach. Okay, I'm going to taste it to see if it needs any salt or anything like that. That is delicious. I'm going to turn the heat off. It calls for some fresh parsley. I don't have any fresh parsley, so I'm just going to do some dried. Turn the heat off, and then I'm just going to sit that over to the side. I got some burned pots on here. I'm going to let that cool off just a smidge before we put it in the casseroles. My water is boiling for the egg noodles. It took a long time. So I'm going to get the egg noodles in to boil and I'll be right back. Okay. My kitchen is getting overwhelmingly dirty. I'm going to have to take a break in a minute and do some cleaning. Okay. We're going to be making now a Thai peanut chicken satay. I guess that's how you say satay. It's S-A-T-A-Y. Satay. I don't know. But this is going to be one of those you dump in a crock pot and cook it, put it in before you go to work and dump it in a crock pot. It sounds very good. Okay, so in a medium bowl, we're going to combine, oops, let me get a thing. A can, well, a 14-ounce can. This is 13 and a half. Why do recipes call for, you know, like a 14-ounce can when it comes in a 13 and a half? I notice that all the time in cooking recipes. Alright, so we've got a can of coconut milk. And this is just unsweetened coconut milk. This rubber spatula. Get this that's stuck on. That's the thick good part. Okay, a can of coconut milk. We need a half a cup of peanut butter, creamy. That's about a half a cup. Kind of mushing that in. Okay, and then we need 3 tablespoons of lime juice. And I made a Walmart pickup order with all these ingredients that I didn't have. And they didn't have lime. They didn't have lime juice. So I'm having to use this. And I don't want to use this, but that's all I got. I don't recommend using these little squirt bottles. One, they're hard to open. 3 tablespoons. Lime juice. And it calls for grated ginger, and Walmart was out of stock on ginger. So I'm just going to use my old ground ginger. That's a tablespoon. And it's not coming out good. Ooh. I love Asian food. And I just want to say, you know, your freezer meals, they're good on your tried and true recipes, stuff you're used to making that you know you all love. But I love branching out to new recipes. I always read reviews to see what people say about it. need some soy sauce. And I'm going to use, oops, I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use the coconut aminos, which is the soy sauce alternative. And we need 2 tablespoons. Soy sauce. Then we need 3 tablespoons of honey. My honey is crystallized. I should have put it in some hot water, but it will be all right. And 3. Okay, and we need 1 tablespoon of toasted sesame seed oil. All these flavors. It's gonna be good, y'all. In the words of Brenda Gant. Okay, we need 2 teaspoons of minced garlic. I have a feeling this is gonna be delicious. So flavorful. 2 teaspoons of yellow curry powder. One teaspoon of cumin. Okay, and here's where I don't know about Asian cooking. It called for garam masala. Garam masala. And they didn't have garam masala. They had tikka masala. So I'm just going to substitute this. Oh, that smells good. And it's just a teaspoon. And it may not substitute equally, but that's what we're going to go with. Ah, snot. Okay, let me put this over here to wash off. Then it calls for half a teaspoon of red pepper flakes. The sesame oil's got some heat. The curry powder has some heat. I'm just not going to add any more heat because, you know. Yeah, it's got enough heat for us. However, if you like the heat, then you add a half a teaspoon of red pepper flakes. I'm going to whisk so I can whisk this up. It does not call for any salt or anything like that, and I think it needs a little bit of salt. sure I got everything in there. Yes, okay. So then we're gonna add, I got some dishes to wash. 2 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken thighs, diced up. Okay, and we're going to add this to freezer bags. Let me get that together. Okay, I'm gonna use these reusable freezer bags. I saw that Becky on Acre Homestead was using these, and I ordered some from Amazon, and dadgum, I like them. I like them. I'm probably just going to do, oh, I'm making a mess. I don't know, this might all go in. Yeah, it will. The only thing is you can't like write on them and be able to use them, you know, with a Sharpie. I guess I could find like some tape what it is, or just rely on your memory, which is really not the best idea in the world. And on this one, I'll just take it out and put it in the crock pot on low. Well, where'd my rubber spatula go? I'll just use this one. I'm just going to clean around where it seals, where I had spilt. Close it most of the way up and try to get most of the air out. Okay. Voila. Okay, we'll move on to the next one. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get my, this way, spinach artichoke chicken. And really, this is not as thick as I thought that it would be. So this might be something good to bake up and have some noodles with it. I think that sounds scrumptious. And some garlic bread. That sounds like a dreamy idea. Yeah. Unless it bakes up firmer than what I'm thinking, I think this would be very good with some noodles. Okay, I'm going to clean up just a little bit so we can start our next project. Oh, and let me just tell y'all, this is what happened to me this morning. I wake up, check my emails. I have an email from PayPal that I had made a transaction to some company I've never heard of for $237 with a shipping address to Spain. And I was like, oh my gosh, and it came in, and they used my bank account, my checking account number. And so I immediately went to PayPal to see the transaction, and it happened like at 3 o'clock this morning. So, hint, 3 o'clock in the morning, and they added a ship to address to Spain. Red alert, PayPal, red alert. So anyway, I went in and disputed it. They had me go through and, you know, change my password and go through all the security things again. And that they are going to investigate it, and it could take up to 14 days for them to settle it and refund my money. That infuriates me. Do people not have anything better to do than steal from people? Holidays are getting bad, people. Check your credit cards, check your PayPals, your Venmos, any kind of cash app you have. But, you know, Merry Christmas to me. That just infuriates me. Why do people do that? They have no soul. Okay, there's my vent moment, and let me clean up a little bit. Oh, and of course this is Saturday, so I'm gonna call the bank first thing Monday morning because the transaction hasn't cleared my checking account yet. So I'm gonna call them first thing in the morning and see if they can stop that from going through. Anyway, la 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 la. Okay. We're gonna do the Pioneer Woman's Sour Cream Noodle Bake. Now, I read the reviews on this recipe, and several people said it was kind of bland. It didn't have enough seasoning. So we're gonna fix that. It calls for 1 1/4 pounds of ground chuck. I've got 2 pounds here because, as I have said before, hubby likes meat. So I've just browned this up and drained it. And it said to add plenty of fresh ground pepper. I salted the meat when I was cooking it, but I didn't put pepper. Okay, this is where I'm changing things up. It calls for a can of tomato sauce. Okay, to me, just a can of tomato sauce has no flavor. So I'm substituting that for a jar of my homemade spaghetti sauce. And if you want to do this, just buy you a jar of spaghetti sauce or marinara sauce at the grocery store. And so this is me kind of jazzing it up. So I'm going to stir all this together and just let it simmer. I've already boiled my egg noodles. It calls for egg noodles, and it calls for an 8-ounce bag. The bag I got was 16 ounces, so I just cooked half of it. Okay, I'm going to put this on simmer, let it simmer away, and we'll come over here to the counter and we'll start whipping up what goes in it. Okay, I've got my noodles cooked. So I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of sour cream. Which this is an 8-ounce, so I'm going to do half of it. And 1 1/4 cups of small curd cottage cheese. This is, they didn't have the big ones, so they substituted these little ones. So this is 4 ounces. That's a 1/2 cup. So I need 3 of these. basically, I'm making it like a lasagna bake, but with egg noodles. I think it's the flavor profile that we're going for here. Okay, and then we need some salt and pepper. It says plenty. And what did I do with my salt? If it was a snake, it would, oh, here it is. If it was a snake, it'd have bit me. Some salt. Then we're going to add our egg noodles in. Those broke up and coated because they've been sitting in the strainer and got sticky. Yeah, this is going to be like a, but it doesn't call for any mozzarella or Parmesan. So I'm going to add some Parmesan just because I still have it sitting out here. And I'm going to add some garlic. Okay, and then I've got I chopped up 3 green onions, which that's not lasagna-y, but it'll add flavor. It called for a half a cup of green onions. I did 3, which was probably a little more than half a cup, but that's okay. Okay. Let me get this cleaned up and then we'll assemble. Okay. I'm using this little one. And it said to add noodle mixture. To the bottom. And then the beef and sauce mixture. Yeah, I really think that using a marinara or spaghetti sauce is the way to go with this dish and not just use plain old tomato sauce. I mean, you just add, you have beef and tomato sauce, I mean, it's not tasty. Okay, and then I've got a cup of grated cheddar cheese that we're going to add to the top. I'm not going to, well, the cup is for the whole recipe, so I'm not using the whole cup. Okay, wipe my hands off. Okay, there's one. I may have to grate some more cheese. Yeah, I'm going to grate a little bit more cheese. Okay, this is an easy breezy one. This is just sweet and tender barbecue ribs. Basically, you're just mixing it all up, a sauce to put on it, put it in a freezer bag, and that morning you'll take it out and put it in your crock pot. So, in my bowl, I need, where's my measuring spoons? Okay. I need 3 cloves of garlic minced. So I'm going to do, it calls for 2 to 3 pounds of boneless pork style ribs. I got the bone in and it's like 4 pounds, so the bones amount for something, so I'm just going to say that it's 2 to 3 pounds of just straight meats. A 1/4 of a cup of brown sugar. One cup of barbecue sauce. I'm using Sweet Baby Ray's. Uh-oh, hang on. My measuring cup is under the leg. Plus a little more for good measure. Just a whisk. Hang on, I am going to add my dog. My husband's pulling up. I'm going to use W sauce, which is a type of Worcestershire sauce. So I'm just going to put like 3 tablespoons. If you don't have W sauce, which I highly suggest that you get, it's delicious, just use some Worcestershire. Okay, then we're just going to put our pork in here. Okay, I have just taken the pork and just coated it with this barbecue sauce. And I'm just going to put it in a gallon freezer bag. And what I'll do the morning of, I'm going to cook it. I'll just put it in the crock pot on low and let it cook all day, and it'll be so tender and delicious. I call these pork fingers, even the boneless ones. I've always called them pork fingers, and we love porky fingers. Get the sauce in here. Okay, we're going to do another super easy one that you just throw in a pan, mix up, and put in a bag. This is cube steaks with gravy. In here, I've got 2 teaspoons of minced garlic. And it calls for 2 tablespoons of beef bouillon, which I'm going to use the better than bouillon. Beef flavored. Well, I'll have to stick my finger in there. Cannot keep my hands clean. Get my rag. Then a teaspoon of salt. A dash of pepper. And in this I've got 2 cups of water. I've got a 1/2 cup of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. I'm going to mix that up. And then then I've got 1 cup of minced up onions. Okay, and then we're going to add our cube steaks. It calls for 6 cube steaks, but the pack that I bought has 8. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 bags and put 4 in each, and then this half the mixture. And the way that I'm going to cook this is in my Instant Pot. You, from frozen, you just put it in your Instant Pot with 1/4 cup of water, and you're going to cook it on high pressure for 23 minutes. And then you're going to do a quick release on the steam, and then put it on saute. Then you're going to take the meat out and add some cornstarch and water and add to it on the saute setting so that the gravy thickens. The pepper went up my nose. I'm waiting on a sneeze. And then add your cube steaks back in the pot when it starts thickening. So I'm going to attempt to pour half of this in here. There's some there's one. Okay, I'm back. We're going to be making, it's called a slow cooker gumbo. And this is not a traditional gumbo. You don't make it with a roux or anything like that, so I don't need you to come at me on that. But what I've got in here so far, I've got 2 stalks of celery I cut up in big chunks, and 1 green bell pepper that I cut up in big chunks. I've got a pound of sausage. This is turkey smoked sausage, but you can use andouille or regular smoked sausage. Okay, and then I've got, I cut up 1 large chicken breast and 2 boneless, skinless chicken thighs. But you need a pound of cut up chicken. Give that a toss. You also need a bag of cut okra. I'm using frozen. And then you need 1/4 cup of rice. I spilled some of it, so I'm going to get a little bit more. Okay, then we need 3 tablespoons of Cajun seasoning. I'm using this Cajun 2-step. My husband loves this stuff. He watches this guy that does it. Stale Cracker. He loves his videos, and we used to order it from him online, but Walmart carries it now. Okay, so that's going to be 3 tablespoons. And this one is just the regular one they do. He does make a hot one. I forgot my onions. Then you need 1 large onion chopped, not real thin, chunky. Okay, then we're going to do some salt. And pepper. Okay, so what we do is I'm going to divide this up into 2 freezer bags. Let me get those out and ready. Okay, so I'm going to put half of this mixture in one bag. That's about half. Okay, and then I'm going to add 1 can of petite diced tomatoes. That one's done. And this is another one that I will just take out and put in the crock pot. Turn it on low while I'm at work. Let it cook 6 to 8 hours. And we'll have dinner. Okay guys, we are done. We have got 2 spinach artichoke, chicken spinach artichoke dip, and I put noodles on here because I think I'm going to serve this over noodles. I've got 2 cheese tortellini bakes. I've got cube steak and gravy. I've got that peanut chicken satay, I don't know how to say it. Got 2 gumbos. Got the BBQ pork ribs. So I think we did a lot. My daughter wrote on this. She's claimed that egg noodle bake. And again, thanks for joining me today. I really appreciate it. I'm so excited to get these in my freezer because especially December being such a busy month, I don't have to fret over dinners. I will link all the recipes below. Make note if there's any of them that you want to make. If I made any adjustments, make note on those because those won't be in the original recipe that I post. And I guess that's all. Thanks again for joining me. If you like what you see, please hit the subscribe button, the like button, give me a thumbs up. I really, really appreciate it. And I'll be back with some more yummy recipes.